The next paper will be flexible action copying exoskeleton upper limb for partially paralyzed polio patients in Sri Lanka. The author is Mr. R.S. David. Mr. R.S. David is a third-year undergraduate following the BSc Engineering in Mechatronics at the General Surgeon Patala University. He is currently doing his internship as Mass Casual Line under Research and Innovation Department.
Hello everyone, very good morning to all. And today I'll be doing a presentation on feasible action copying exoskeleton upper limb for partially paralyzed polio patients in Sri Lanka. To begin, in 1993, the World Health Organization declared Sri Lanka as a country which is free from polio. Despite this fact, there are still people who had previously been attacked by polio and still left out in our society. The special needs of these patients impose a unique challenge in catering to them, because these patients are dependent over others due to their body weakness and poverty. In Sri Lanka, the traditional bracing is one of the methods which is used to assist these patients. In the history of orthotics, the weights of these braces has been a painful fact, because the patient who wears the brace has to move his limb, not only his limb, he has to move his limb along with his brace, which creates excessive energy compared to a normal person when it comes to mobile and other activities. In modern countries, they use systems such as the stance control bracing, the lightweight bracing, thought control method. Still, these methods can be used in Sri Lanka to assist all the patients. But still, the cost factor impedes this implementation and makes it a failure. That's because most of our patients, as you all know, belong to they cannot afford such expensive equipment or undergo risky brain surgeries. Therefore, the thesis is based on augmenting the self-reliance of polio patients by creating an effective feasible action copying upper limb, which is based on analog electronics along with motion sensing. Despite the superiority of robotic equipments, there are certain drawbacks. There are certain facts which makes this equipment it limits its utilization in particular fields. For example, the time delay. The time delay is simply known as the time difference between the motion generated by the operator and the response shown by the machine. So if the time delay is really visible, there's no point of using the machine in action copying purpose. And the cost factor, if the machine is too costly, the majority cannot buy it. That's a question. And the machine should be a lightweight one, because the patient who's going to wear it is differently able, so the weight should be very low. Therefore, the proposed design should be able to tackle all these problems. These are the objectives of the project. The Evolve project, it's a non-holonomic action copying upper limb. It contains 3 base parts: the mechanical arm, the frame, and the junction box. And what you see here is the Evolved one. It's the mechanical arm. This is the one which is going to be used to assist the patient to back up his motions. And the machine is of 3 degrees of freedom and is made out of discarded items such as the aluminium bars what you find in window frames. And analog motors over here are from VHS players. Also, you can see a cantilever, slide and crank over there, which is used to convert linear motion into rotary motion. And the total weight of the mechanical arm is always below 1.1 kilograms. Also, what you see here is the frame. the frame is used to continuously monitor the motions of partial paralyzed polio patients. Normally in action copying process or in applications like this, conventionally people use EMG sensors, as you all know. But here all the sensors are replaced with a special arrangement, like I will tell you what I say. And the weight of the brace is always less than 170 grams. As I told you, in EMG applications, like you need highly effective algorithms. Like, what you see here is like an EMG application with EMG sensors. If the algorithms are not superior, like your machine would start like back up. Like you can see time delays. I mean, like the difference in motions, the time difference between the motion generated and the response. And you need superior algorithms for this. And EMG sensors are very expensive, so what you see here is like the time delay and all the malfunctions. So how do we hack this in our in the evolved project? So what you see here is the brace. I mean, like the frame over here. You can see a slide and crank over here. It is used to convert rotary motion into linear motion. One end of the slide and crank is connected to a CD-ROM plate, and you can see the CD-ROM motors over here. So what happens here is like your motions, the patient's motions are continuously monitored by these motors. So what happens, like according to the rule of electromagnetism, always you get the proportional voltage for your angular velocity. So simple equation over here. When you, suppose if you stretch your arm, always your motor generates a positive voltage, analog voltage. When you bend, it's negative. When you rest, there's no voltage with respect to ground. So that's how the signals are sent to the next stage. Next, the junction box. The junction box is the one which electrically links both the frame and the mechanical arm. As you can see, that's the simple circuitry. There are three identical circuits inside the junction box. The junction box is made out of an old CD-ROM. Like there are three because the machine is of 3 degrees of freedom, 3 joints. So for each joint you get circuit like this. So what happens is, once the signals are sent from the frame, the relevant signals, they are sent to an op-amp. The op-amp amplifies the particular signal and sends it to an H-bridge. The H-bridge then provides the proportional signals to the forearm. URCUs are like in each circuit, like these are the devices that we have used. MOSFETs were used because they can draw huge currents. As you can see, like this is the diagram over there, as I explained. Next, I just like to show you a small video. This is the actual. Very sorry about that. Hope I hope you will understand what's happening. Imagine that's the beaten down polio patient, and that's the action of it now. So you can see proportional outputs being produced. I'm sorry, like I didn't expect it. It's the risk and it's the loss. So there's no noise, though the machine is an open, though the machine possesses an open loop system. Analog motors have been used. Junction box. So now you might think like there are 3 separate items. Like how could this really back up equations? So thing is, you have 3 pieces. Like this is the I would like to say that this is the first phase of the final device. We evolved it to check the feasibility of the idea. So the second phase, of course, would be a single piece combined of all three of these parts. Whereas in one piece you get the motion sensing and the backing up top. And what you saw here was a 3 degree of freedom machine. But the final piece would be a 7 degree of freedom machine, which would clearly assist the patient as what was expected. And also, the way that we are going to power this is like going to be a problem in the future, because you can't be plugging your machine to a socket or carry huge batteries. But I would like to call this as the power top reactor, a very small device. So this is used. This can be used to power the machine. You can see CFL bulb being like picked up using the reactor. These are the future plans of the machine, and that's all about this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let us have the questions from the group.
How much amplification you need now to move your frame and generate some EMF motors into the box? Yes. Then how much amplification you need?
Yeah, as you saw the video, I switched on the plugs, and behind the junction box, I controlled the amplification range. There are three separate variable resistors which can be adjusted according to the requirement of the patient. So it depends, because what I need won't be customized.
So maybe I think I may have not understood it properly. You said those motors constantly monitor the movement and then relaxes positive or not. But these polio patients, they cannot move their limbs.
Yes, sir. But the topic was partially paralyzed polio patients. It's like not for permanently paralyzed polio patients. Partially as in like they can partially move their arms. What we need, what we require, what the mission requires is at least like a few more, very little motion. So that would be provided by the partially paralyzed polio patients. Luckily, in Sri Lanka, the majority of polio patients belong to partially paralyzed category. So that's one thing.
Very interesting, very useful question. One is a comment and the other one is a question. Not my area of expertise, I don't know the practice of thinking. Comment is, you said about contracting some of the issues. That's a problem. Have you thought of using 3D printers? Because that might help. I don't know how it costs, but might certainly help to build high fidelity bits. Maybe
Yes.
using that. But the question is, how are you going to manage the sensitivity? Because since you can get the movement of fingers and so on, but you need sensitivity. If you are picking up a glass, you don't want it to be too powerful to crash the glass. So how are you planning to do
Yes,
that?
sir. Like as I mentioned, the final device is going to be single piece, which is going to cover your pinking limb. So imagine like some people will cover your arm and your fingers. When you like, it's like this. Like the system is an overlook system, but eventually when it becomes a single piece, it's kind of a closed loop system. Whereas unless you don't move your fingers, unless you don't generate any motions, the mechanical arm will not support you. Like still, like imagine there are two tolerances between, like the low and high tolerance. Like the patient's finger will be moving in between these tolerance. Though I show like this, it's very small. Whereas once the patient as the patient like keeps on moving his finger, like the mechanical arm will support it. Like once the cup is reached, definitely the patient's finger is going to stop moving. which means the backup provided by the mechanical arm is going to be cut off.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but from what I have seen and what I've read in this area, one of the big issues is to control that the intensity. I think is the word probably going to use, because I don't think we have solved or we haven't done a full solution to that. And I've seen situations where they've been trying to pick up a cup and 8 times out of 10 they can't crack the cup.
Yes,
So it's something that you will have to think.
Sure. The thing is like your palm is not going to be covered by the machine. You can still feel therefore like you can stop your arm.
Any other questions? So if there are no other questions, we will thank you. Thanks, David, for your good presentation there.